Good day everyone, and welcome or welcome back to my channel. December's theme is celestial, like galaxy goddess theme. I decided I wanted to do something blue. Blue feels like a December color to me, so we're going with like a watercolory galaxy and celestial vibe. So I drew all of these digitally and then had them printed out. And I wanted to kind of have the cover page be a full-on art piece pretty much. So we're going to try to make that happen. I really struggled with this cover page, I'm not going to lie. I made a lot of mistakes, a lot of things were not going the way that I wanted them to go, and I had some back and forth about deciding whether to keep that footage in or not, and ultimately I decided that I'm going to show you guys what I did first, and then we're going to see how I fixed it, because we all make mistakes, we're human, things happen. As you can see, I'm already making mistakes. I really hated how this was going. My mood was just not in a good place, but I wanted to see if I could fix it and get it to where I wanted it, and so I just kept trucking along. I originally wanted to cut her out of the first page and have the galaxy again behind her on the second page, and when you flip her over there's like a small little calendar or a task list, but I quickly realized that the space was not big enough for what I wanted to do, and also there was this gap on the other page where the galaxy kind of cut off, and I just did not like the way that looked. So we're just gonna hack her off of there. This is where I started to really feel defeated with this theme already, and it's only the cover page. Everything was going wrong. What I had envisioned was not possible, or the way that I was doing it was not happening, and so my mood was just, it was horrible. But I wanted to truck through it because I really wanted this theme to work, so I'm trying to fix it, trying to piece the galaxy together, and deciding that, okay, well, I'll just make her all one page, no little Dutch door, and we'll go from there. But as I kept going and kept looking and seeing that the galaxy didn't look right, the little strip was annoying, I really was just, I was defeated. And then of course my white gel pen wasn't working, so here I am trying to get that to do its thing and writing out December on the title, and everything was just going wrong. And so I'm just sitting there sighing at the fact that, man, this theme that I was so excited for is just not working. And so I think ultimately, I don't know, it saddened me. And then of course December is now crooked because I can't write straight without lines to save my life. But you know what? I'm like, okay, whatever. We're just gonna deal with it. It's fine. Let's move on to the next section. So we're just gonna go through and do the calendar now. And hopefully that turns out okay and everything will be all right. And thankfully it was, the calendar page goes pretty smoothly in my opinion. I really like how it turned out. I decided to go with like a larger format calendar because I've noticed in all the calendars I've been doing, they're too small for everything that I like to write down in them, which, includes work, it includes a content planner, it includes events and birthdays and appointments that I have to have done. And I don't put everything just in the weeklies. I like to have it on the calendar page so I can flip to the calendar and see what's going on maybe a week ahead or the next day, and not necessarily have to go straight to the weekly. And I don't know, all my calendars were just too small. But this one is big enough. I feel like it's going to work well for December. Plus December is a pretty busy month with, Christmas shopping, gift giving, and dinners and everything that goes on in December. So hopefully this will work out for me. I've got some washi tapes that have the days of the week and these numbers in, and I just decided to use those rather than writing it all down because I thought it looked a lot better in my opinion. I don't really like my handwriting, So having something that's already printed out and done, I enjoy, and I don't mind that it takes me a while to do it. And now we're just gonna go in and collage a bit. Everything that I'm putting in right now, I looked up on Pinterest. I looked at some vintage space propaganda, some moon pictures, old stamps, and just printed those out and cut them and put them in because I wanted it to feel like really cosmic, really old space. And also I've got a bit of a Japanese vibe in there with some of the pictures. There's some hiragana on there, katakana, and I don't know, I really like how it came out. It pleases me. I hope you guys like it as well. Also, I'm deciding to test out this new angle for filming, so please let me know what you think. I usually use like a photography shadow box when I film my videos, and it's just a straight top-down view, but the light in it is so harsh that my spreads always look blurry in my video and I cannot get it to focus. So I thought this might be a better option, so let me know what you think. And so now also I'm just going in and making like a paint splatter because I felt like even with the collage it looked a little empty and needed a little something just to kind of go with it. So I thought maybe using the pen to make a faux paint splatter might do the thing and make the effect work. And now we're just going to put in December, and yeah, I really enjoy the calendar. I really think it's going to work, and I hope that it doesn't get as cluttered and claustrophobic as my previous calendars have been getting because they've been getting way too full. Also, I went to a thrift store the other day and actually found a bag of stamp pads and stamps for like $8. So now I have stamp pads and stamps, which is fun for me because, you know, stationery is something that I don't really afford in my budget. So this was nice to find stuff at a thrift store that I could use for my Bujo, especially for this theme. I had this little circle stamp that I thought would be perfect. But yeah, so now we're moving on to my trackers, and I decided to go ahead and try to do a mood tracker again for this month. And this is where the theme goes downhill again, because for whatever reason, when I want to stick a large piece of paper into my Bujo, it just goes wrong and it's not working out and doesn't sit right, so I have to rip it off and try again, which is exactly what happened for this. Because you'll see, oh, there's white and it doesn't look good, so here we go, we're gonna rip it off and put it back in. But it's okay. I didn't stress too much about this one as much as I did on the cover page, so we're just gonna leave it. It's a little wrinkly, it's a little ugly, but it's okay. I'm just gonna roll with that because I really didn't feel like redoing this spread in particular. And now we're gonna see if I can fit this little artwork that I made. It's kind of like a little watercolor sketch, and I really wanted to include it on my tracker page, but it just was not fitting with it. I don't know what it was. I just didn't like where it was sitting. So I think I'm going to use it in a weekly instead and just keep the habit trackers on like the galaxy itself. I'm interested to see if I'll actually keep up with the mood tracker for December because, you know, it is such a busy month. Doing the mood tracker, you know, might get put off, or it probably won't get done every day. And so I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but I'm really excited for it because of the way that I've set it up. So every mood is a part of the constellation, and it's just the Little Dipper because, you know, that's a very common, well-known one. Everybody knows what that one looks like, but we're going to do it and set it up to where it's like every mood is a piece of it, and if I'm really happy that day, then I get to draw the full constellation. And I thought it would look really nice on the full background because it is a galaxy. There are all the little white stars. I just thought it would fill the page and look really nice. And of course, like last time, I'm just going to do my habit trackers, get them set up and ready, and I'm not going to put in my habits on here because y'all don't need to know what my habits are. I mean, come on. Also, this little cat galaxy sticker, isn't it so cute? I had a little pack of random galaxy stickers that I thought I could fit into this theme, and I'm glad I could use the cat. Okay, so now we're going to move on to 2 spreads that are new, but actually we aren't going to move on to them. We're going to redo the cover page because I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand it. So I went and got the papers reprinted, and we're just going to redo it because I can't stand the way it looks. I hate the line. I hate that December is crooked. So I went and got the background reprinted, and I went and got my girl reprinted. So now we get to have a cathartic moment and get to rip pages off of our Bujo. So enjoy that. I sped it up so you guys could watch and just, either cringe or with me as we get to rip pages off our Bujo. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed doing this, getting to rip it all out, getting to know that I'm going to replace it and it's going to look better and it's going to look how I want it to look. Of course, it's still not the exact idea I wanted, but it's a substitute, and honestly I really do like how it came out. I like the way the page looks, and I think it looks so much nicer now that it is all one cohesive image. And I also get to show you a little bit of me actually cutting her out, because I didn't show you that in the beginning. I did get her printed again, so I have an extra, as you can see, the one in the corner up there facing that way. I have an extra one of her as that, but yeah. I don't know where I'm going to use her again. Maybe in a weekly, maybe on a journal page. Hopefully I'll get to do a couple journal pages in December. I haven't really done any journal pages for November, and it's kind of saddened me a little bit. So I'm hoping that I can take some time in December and actually have some journal pages, especially since I want to keep track of the events that happen and the things that my children experience, and how their days went, because I wish I would have wrote down a couple things for November, but I just didn't have time, and I don't know, it's all a thing. But anyway, we're gonna fix this. So I decided that I'm going to cut the image to where it looks like it's one little watercolor painting on my actual spread. And to do this, I did have to cut out a bit of the middle, but I think the way it lines up, you really can't tell that there's a section of the middle that's been cut out because of, the watercolor vibes. The edging just matches regardless. And now I think it looks so much better without the line coming down. And December's not crooked because it's on there in the image. I didn't even have to write it. I used a font and put it directly on the image before I printed it again. Also, you get to see my tabs. They are like a faux leather tab. I got them on Amazon. I really liked Mochi Bujo's tabs that she got from her Hinoki set, but of course, you can't really get those again. So I decided to try and find some, and plus, it's really hard, honestly, to find small tabs for a traveler's notebook, but I found some on Amazon. I'll probably get another set for 2025 and just use those regardless. I do hate how all of my tabs are laid out because I wasn't really smart in laying them out, but for 2025, I think I'll get the hang of it. And now we're gonna go and do the 2 new spreads. So I decided to do like an expense spread since it is the gift giving season. I want to keep track of what we're spending our money on, whose gifts we need to get, how we're doing financially, because it'll get a little hectic this month. And also I am putting a small meal tracker page. I don't know how well it's gonna work. It seems like the space that I have laid out for it isn't really enough for what I wanted to do. I'm just going to be able to put in what meals we have that day and not include a grocery list like I originally wanted, but that's okay. I can put my grocery list on my weeklies and it'll be fine. So now we're going to do a moon phase with the little images that I had printed out, and I don't know. I had a lot of struggle with this page as well. It seems like I'm having a lot of struggle with this theme in general, even though I really, really wanted it to happen. I was trying to fill this space. It wasn't working. And so I just kind of was like, well, let's give it a break. Let's see if I can do something, think of something while I'm doing all my lines. And I did. It's okay. I don't know if I'm happy with what I did after drawing in all my boxes. It's kind of cute, but I really suck at drawing stars. So I don't know. It's okay. I did actually get to use, I bought an old Japanese book from a used bookstore because I've been really wanting to have Japanese paper in my Bujos, and I've just not been able to do that or find nice pages online that I can print out. So I went to one of our bigger used bookstores and actually found a really nice old book that I can now use pages out of for my Bujo. So I did include it on the mail plan page in the center of like a little collage, and you get to see me kind of work on that now and how I wanted it in there. But yeah, the watercolor one, I did that on my phone. I did the girl on my phone, and yeah, I don't know. I like the little collage in the center. I think it's cute. I really wanted to fill the space, although I wish I would have planned it out a little bit more because, like I said, I have no room to put a grocery list for any of the weeks. And I also couldn't include week 5. So, I don't know. This was like a rushed spread, and it's new. I'm not used to doing it, so I wasn't used to planning it out. So, I don't know. We'll see how it works. But yeah, so here you get to see me kind of pencil in what I was thinking to fill the space and do like a little constellation scene with stars, and I don't know. It's cute, but also I don't know if it really fits because the stars are like really doodly and everything else on the spread so far and in the theme is like more refined. The watercolor is more refined. The images are more refined. So the little doodle, I don't really know if it fits, but it's in there now. It's permanent. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I love your comments. I love to see your opinions. It helps me out, you know, and I don't know, it just makes me feel good to know that people actually care enough to comment when I ask them to, I guess. Also, I'm sorry about this camera angle. I didn't realize that I had it zoomed in and wasn't filming me do the whole page. So sorry about that, but you'll get to see I move it and you'll see the whole page here in a minute. But yeah, it's okay. It's cute, I guess. But anyway, we're going to move on to the weekly setup now. And unfortunately, I did not realize that while I was recording, I lost some of the footage, which sucks because I had it all done. You know, I thought I was recording. Apparently I was not, but it's all right. You kind of get the gist of what I done, and most of it you get to see, so it's not that big a deal. Mainly what I just lost is writing in the days of the week, so it's not that bad. But yeah, I am putting another moon phase, and it's the same image as the one I used on the expenses tracker, so I don't know. I did mess up, of course, as I always do. Had to fix it, but yeah, here it is. And since I lost that footage, it's now time for the flip through. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the theme. If you liked it and you enjoyed the video, please leave a comment. I guess put like a little star in your comment if you watched it all the way to the end. And yeah, thanks so much, guys. I'll see you in 2025, I guess, which is crazy. But yeah, bye.